Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Well, I haven't been showing you guys what's been going on out here at the beach. We removed some gabion cages up there by that old boat that wasn't doing any good anymore. And back years ago, they served a purpose there, but not now. And we relocated them out here further to try to hold this sand down this beach before storms come in and take it away again like happened in the past. So yes, we have permits for the gabion cages. Yes, they're here, visible for inspection. So we continue. They stopped right in here before, and we added 2 more rows out in front of them, but we added double stack down below and above, and we double stacked another one here and another one there. Went over the top of the ones that was already down in there deep. And so then this old tree root right here, which used to turn up the other direction, it used to be in front of our old Bakubo, if you all remember seeing that in the videos before. And then it shifted down the beach just over, I don't know, maybe about 30-40 feet from where it used to be. And we've been letting it sit there, but today we dug it out. Look how long that one root was. I'll show you. Yeah, today we dug it out. We put it here on top of these gabions. And yeah, you know, there's been a lot of pictures taken with that piece of wood by people just coming down the beach. They can't hear you this far away. Hold on.
Even me, I was before when it was there. Not bombing, got the big waves.
Yeah.
I like to just...
Everybody likes getting a picture. Then from the highway project before, this was an old base to a lamp pole, and we'll knock that plastic off of it. But it's been sitting up here on our property for a while. This is some of that concrete that they donated to us before for doing all of this type of stuff. We had it brought in by the dump truck loads before. The local government on the road widening needed a place to go with that concrete, so I told them what I wanted to do with it, and they're like, heck yeah, man, why didn't they think of that? And so they donated it to us, and these 2 big pieces here, we never moved them. But this morning, once again, I didn't video it, but it took every single one of us here, all of us. We put a big old thick blue rope, like a ship rope, that I had. We put around it, and we got one of those thick wall bamboos, and then a piece of lumber we're using for the cabin. And it took everybody. It took every single one of us. Even Melinda joined in to carry that piece of concrete down here. But we put it here at the foot of it, and then we had another one from that also. Boy, the wind's blowing. And then we had a bunch of concrete rubble we put underneath all of this, and then we started stacking stones. We put some old screen down to try to keep all of it from just sinking right into the sand, and repurpose that screen, and we'll continue to cover that screen. You know, they do that a lot in landscaping. They'll do that type of stuff. And we've been building this up. Then we dug the big old piece of driftwood out of the ground. We got it placed up here. We've been putting these stones up the side along by the gabions. We've got us 2 wooden posts. They're not concreted in for you troublemakers out there. They are buried down in around with the stone inside the gabion cages. And for you that worry about it, if they're going to get ate up with bugs, well, this close to the salt water, just like that piece of driftwood, the bugs don't hang out because of all the salt.
Man, it is really tough though.
Yeah, and the salt just cures it even more. So this moisture in the sand up here is really salty, so we don't have that issue. But we did pre-treat them with selenium and with diesel before we put them down in there. I mean, we did it over a several week period of adding coats of selenium on. So these are stones Mel and I and David and Rowena stopped and picked up out of the road where they were doing a road construction way up in the mountains, and they're chiseling off the side of a mountain, and some of these boulders would fall and be laying out in the middle of the road and on the side of the road, and we'd stop and throw them up in the back of the pickup. And it's a piece of driftwood right here from the beach also, and we just slowly decorate it up. I'm gonna hang me a little wooden sign across between right here with a light on it that's got the name of Melinda's little resort right here. She's a licensed business owner now. How's that feel, Mel?
Yes, yeah.
She is a licensed business owner.
Feels good, you know, and you feel so really proud that you have the first business that you have in your life. So it's really proud of it. And,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna tell you the name of this place is. So my business name is.
Yay! She finally said
Yay,
it.
I finally said it. And of course, it's located at Barangay Namocon, Tigbawan, Iloilo.
There you go.
So if you want to come and visit my place, this is gonna say my place. I'm gonna take over now all my place. I'm kick out James. So please come and visit and support our resort.
And they're going to be asking how to book.
So, and soon we'll be active to Airbnb and Agoda. And Agoda is partner with I forgot. And soon we'll be active to Airbnb and Agoda. And also Agoda partner with Booking.com. Soon we'll be active to Airbnb. Bullshit!
Take 99. Go.
Soon we'll be active in Airbnb and Agoda. And Agoda, of course, it's business with you gosh. Take 100. Soon we'll be active on Airbnb, Agoda, and of course Agoda is partnership with Booking.com.
So we give you a little update of what's been happening here. So this morning, my Mike and I, we've been out here working on framing for this little porch here on the front, and we're getting that knocked out. So we got some steel brackets that we're going to screw on here after we get it all set up. But this front porch, we're going to use native wood for posts and supports around underneath it. We're not going to use these 5x5s. So what he's going to do is just find something to temporary screw it up level, and then when we get our pieces of wood all carved and shaped and measured to what we need, we're going to carve it with a chainsaw and set those in. And one thing we're going to need is a center pad here, because I'm going to put 3 supports. So in the front here, we'll need to get one more pad brought over here. Maybe you'll get one of the boys to help you bring one more over. I got one that's like the base of a tree that spreads out wide at the bottom, and I think it'll look really cool either right in the middle or in the corner, either on the side or middle. I'll look at them, but we're gonna just use this rustic wood. Now this wood's tough. It may look old, but it's also salt cured, and it is I mean, it's tough. And we just went over these with selenium also. And we'll hit it every once in a while again and again, and that'll keep the bugs out of it. But we're going to use these 2 for post. Oh, Joel, we need to treat this one with selenium also. No more? Oh, and then I need to get some. We'll just put it on after we put it up then. Yeah. I'm going to use it also. So I want that nice native woods, and then I may get some of that like really crooked bamboo or something to make the handrails out of. I really like that looks here in the Philippines. needs to be knocked down some. This, yeah. Boy, Joel just busts right out with the slipper. Starts working, man. Have slipper will travel, man. Here, hammer this in real quick. Right there. Hammer that in real quick. That'll work temporary. Whatever you want to use. Here you go. Mock and Melinda went down and picked up this lumber right here, and these are 1x right here. They were 8 foot, and Joel's been over there with the saw chopping these off exactly at 4 foot, because that's a little 4-foot deck, and we're getting these all ready. There's something I wanted to talk to you guys about when I was out here. What was it? Oh, I want to tell you guys, sometimes there's confusion. You read into some things a little bit deeper than it should be read into. I had a guy that commented on a video about putting some braces, some bridging as they call it here, in between the joists. Now when that video came out and he had commented about putting that, what he didn't realize is that video was shot 1 week earlier than when the video came out. It's not shot real time. In fact, there's very few real true vloggers put video out real time unless it's a live stream. So I commented him on that day that he wrote that to just watch, just watch. And the reason I wrote that is because the video was already shot a week earlier. Well, of course, by that time, we were way past what you guys have seen in building, and we'd already put bridging all in between there. That's those blocks between the joists. We'd already done a lot. And so when I said just watch, and then I made a following video saying, everybody's going to tell me how to do it. That is all shot a week prior. So sometimes people will think that I'm reacting to their comment, but I'm not reacting to your comment real time. All of that was already past tense. Like, by the time you see this, this whole project's already even further along, because if you'll catch, like on the one video, Melinda's giving out the guys pay for the week and soap. And she says it's Saturday, the end of a work week, which means it's Saturday evening. Now you guys were watching it 1 week later on Saturday morning, okay? Saturday morning here in the Philippines, there's no way it was already the end of the work week. So, it's delayed. That's my whole point. It's delayed. So don't be so sensitive thinking that I'm directly pointing out about any one of you, because anything you commented on is already past tense. We've already moved way on past that, and I'm not attacking any single one of you or nothing. Don't think that I am. You're reading into it too much. Don't be thin-skinned on that. When I say that I'm going to do it my way, is because I'm going to do it my way. It doesn't mean that I don't want you to comment, or I think that your comment's insulting, or I don't want to hear nothing from nobody. I'm saying that even if you comment, it's probably already too late at that point on some things, because we've already continued on. Another thing I want to talk about is the lumber. The lumber we're using here, this mahogany, which somebody tried to claim it's not mahogany, but it is mahogany. And then somebody tried to claim that it's being forced illegal. Well, let me tell you, there's people here with land that plant mahogany and it grows pretty fast. Even some of the commenters also wrote comments knowing this very fact. And they will plant whole mahogany groves just to be harvested. Just like in the US, they'll plant whole pine tree groves, forest, just to come back through and harvest. I know where many are in the area here right now on private land that they plant them as thick as they could, which makes them grow tall and straight, and they're just strictly to be harvested. And they are mahogany. They're not something else being passed off as mahogany. Everybody's got an opinion. Someone probably could have got some wood somewhere in the Philippines from somebody that was dishonest and passing things off for what they weren't. This is mahogany. It's really mahogany, okay? It's not a faux or pass off mahogany. It's a mahogany. And the thing about this mahogany is it's tough. If you don't work with it while it's cut green, once it's cured, it is hard to deal with, just like teak. You better work with teak wood as fast as you can, because once it's got hard, it is a force to be reckoned with. Now, in saying that, these timbers are a true 2 inches wide, and they are a true 6 inches. So on a lot of it, it's 2 by 6, a true 2. Not like in the United States where a 2 by 4 or a 2 by 6 is anywhere from a 1/2 inch to 3/4 under either direction or both for that. It's not like that. It's not where they're lying to you about dimensions. They're giving you the size it was before they planed it, you know. And so you're paying for what they planed away. It's not like that. This is not pine either that's so soft and flexible. This wood is tough. And so that means it can carry a whole lot more strength and load, being more of a hardwood than a softwood like pine is or spruce. And therefore, I don't have to have as large of dimensional lumber. And so somebody's saying that, oh, my floor joists are not going to be strong enough. But they are rock solid. We can all get up in there right now. We've already done it. I should video these things. I'm a horrible vlogger. We've all got in there and jumped up and down in there on the floor. Another person that I know, Dennis, he wanted to write a comment about the marine plywood. Well, that in his bad luck he had with some marine plywood. Now listen, there is a lot of different marine plywood sold here in the Philippines. This particular marine plywood, Santa Clara, is made out of a different wood than the average marine you get out there. There's some marine plywood that's sold here that is horrible. Horrible, horrible. And Dennis, that might be what you got. But Santa Clara is a whole lot better wood, and that's why they use it only what used in boat building here. And I mean, that wood's out there stressing and twisting and soaking in water and everything every single day, and those boats will last for years, exposed out in the elements to water and all. And it's harder. There was somebody that wanted to tell a comment that I read today, which, you know, once again, it'll probably already be a week from now by the time that from when that comment was made to when you're going to be hearing this video. But saying that he was a plywood inspector and the only difference is the glue. But that's not true. Maybe for the company you worked for, wherever it was at, maybe that was the difference. But it's not the difference here. So for instance, like in the US, there's a lot of that pine plywood, you know. And yeah, pine plywood, you know, marine or ordinary, it was difference in the glue. But on this particular wood, like the Santa Clara, it's made out of a totally different wood than the others. And then it's a grade A. Like, you'll get some of this marine plywood here and other plywoods that it's ripply. It's got patched in places on it. It has got places just peeling loose from the time you buy it. It's cheap shit. But Santa Clara is not cheap shit. And you can get it in a lot of different thicknesses, and it gets expensive. And it's made out of a different wood. If it was made from those ordinary woods, it wouldn't last no time out here for boat building in the water. So I'm sorry, I will agree with you that there's some companies that's probably how their plywood manufacturing process is. But this particular brand the wood is a different wood than the ordinary plywood. It's not just the glue only, okay? I'm not saying that and where you worked that was the case, but I'm saying here for this particular wood it's the case. And I'm not brand new at working with none of this stuff. I'm not brand new to the country. I'm sharing what the materials are here, okay, here in the Philippines, and what you can get. A lot of people don't know the woods that are available here. All they know is the woods back in their country. Yeah, go ahead. So this will be the planking on the deck here, but I don't want to put it on yet. Don't put these on yet, okay, Joel? Don't put these on yet. I'm just showing an example right now. Come here, I want to show you something. I want you to leave this raw, this edge with the color already.
Yes.
Put it to the outside, not this fresh cut one, okay? Because I want to have a nice look. And then don't put it flush like this, all right? Don't do that.
Yes.
Bring it out a little bit.
1/2 inch. 1 inch.
Yeah, maybe an inch right there. And yeah, you're just about an inch. Put it out like that right there. A little hangover on this side. If you do this side too far out, it'll end up breaking.
Yes.
So just an inch right there. And then this end stronger because the grain goes this way. And I brought it out 2 inches right there, and it gives a nice little overhang. So that's the reason we cut these back shorter right here. But go ahead and do what you're doing. Nail those in, and then hand me that hand me that bracket right there. Yeah. And then let's put these in right here.
Yes.
Put that in right there. Put another one. Don't worry. Well, we might do one on one side there. I have more of them in the garage. Put them right here. I want it where it holds that together tight. Let's go look at that piece of wood out there. Set it where the edge of the pad is, like this edge right here. Only want about that much sticking out, okay? And over here, put the pad kind of under. Leave maybe like 4 inches and 4 inches sticking out past right here. Some of this driftwood's no good, some of it is good. We sort through what's good or bad, you can tell. And like this is a really great piece right here. This one, and I mean it's solid, but this is no good. You see this? That's the first sign that it's already spoiled, and it's hollow. Yeah, so it'll probably end up getting used eventually as firewood here. That'd be a cool piece of hardwood. That's a solid piece right there. It's been in salt water a long time. The type of wood and the salt cured it against bugs. We keep all these driftwoods. This one right here, we'll use it for a little decoration and art eventually too. And this one here, we're going to use it as a little stump for a porch post right now. That's why it's sitting here. So this is going to be the bottom. I got my little electric chainsaw right there, and we're going to get that all set up, which he's over there doing right now. And then we're going to measure how much of this we need. And that's why we're putting that porch up kind of temporary with bracing air right now before we put the posts. It's why we're kind of working backwards, because we want to find this height. And then I'm going to take the chainsaw and I want to cut right across this broad bottom right here, right across it right there. And I want this big broad piece. as probably the center post on that deck. And I think it'll look very beautiful. And then all of this will be chopped away and thrown away. So to get a nice straight clean cut. And then we'll have this piece that's nice and broad on the bottom. And then I'll cut, notch, and shape it here in the front to go around the stringer right there. And that'll be that. And I think it should make a nice pretty piece. And then we're gonna go above it with rustic wood post also. And you see we got other driftwoods we've kept for a long time, and we're doing more decoration and all with. These are gonna go in over here by this post. Like we got this driftwoods and stuff in here, but we're gonna make like a wall of them down through here. And then we're gonna backfill stone all around them. And we're going to weave them together with big ship rope. And we're going to bind them together down below the ground with rebar and nail some big spikes around it. The rebar will last a long time buried down because it's not getting any oxygen to it. It's like you can take a piece of steel and bury it in the mud out in the water, and it'll last. But as long as it's down in the mud, it can't oxidize. And the same thing, any of that that's down in a wet level, it'll stay wet. It pretty much won't oxidize so fast. It'll last a long time. That's why when they find sea treasures, they have to be careful pulling those out of the water. They'll last hundreds of years. Maybe some of it's been there for thousands of years, and then they'll pull it out and it'll disintegrate because now it's got oxygen to it and it'll oxidize. So this is like, some of this is junk and some of it's good. Like this probably looks like junk to you, but this is a solid thick piece of bamboo. This is a different species of bamboo, and I mean this is some tough stuff to where, let me give you another example here. This is an ordinary bamboo, see here, of different species, which is most common you see. And so naturally you can figure out there the difference is going to be in the strength. And whatever this species here is, the grains seem to grow really tight in it also. So not only thicker, but a tighter grain in it. And it is an amazingly strong piece of wood. So that's what these are, sticking up out of the ground. Yeah, and they will just last and last. Some of this is just nothing more than firewood, and but we kind of lay all this up, and as we find a place we can use it. This piece here too, we want to get that blue paint scraped off of it. I was ticked off when the boys put the blue paint all over the hardwood, but we'll get that scraped off and cleaned up, and we're going to use this too here somewhere as a nice piece of nature art. Oh, that's beautiful. Man, we don't even need to notch it. We can nail that direct. Yeah, because it's tight right here and here. Man, that's beautiful. Shit, I like it. Let's we'll put a nail top and bottom, and then we'll go get one of those bolts later and add. So right now you can just go ahead and put a nail low, nail high. So all this underlayment plywood in here, we treated it with selenium, but we only painted the top surface that's below these planks right here. You don't ever want to seal all your wood all the way around. There's a saying, and I've said it before on this vlog, and I'll say it again. There's a saying that says, if it can't dry, it will die. And that goes true on a lot of metal stuff, and that goes true, extremely true on woods. So moisture can find a small hole to get in and wick in, but it's really hard for it to get back out. So if you paint something all the way around completely anywhere, all the way, so if you paint something completely all the way around it, and then it gets little nicks in places, water will soak in, and then it can't get back out, and the wood will rot from within. I think we're changing our mind on which piece we're going to use. Raise this one up. So I've got enough distance here. I can cut this off flat right here and still cut this off. And this is a thick, heavy piece. Yeah, it's solid. We've had this around for a while. That'd look neat and strong up in the middle right there. Let's just take it up there. I'll carry the saw back, and let's just go up there and shape it up there where we're not in this hot sun. This is why we have the driftwood graveyard. The wood's hard, man. You can smell it too. It's got a nice hardwood smell. I'm gonna put your pencil right here, right now. That's gonna be nice. Let's see. We'll put. You want to make this the back? Is that part to nail? Let's see. No, I want to nail it. I want this in the front because that looks nice.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Turn it around. Scoot it this way. See your center mark. Slide it down. Yeah. I'm gonna notch it right there. Is that a little high? Well, it's because this is high also. Yeah. You know, I had rather dig that down than cut that wood off. Really, let's move this block and put that block lower. See how low that one is? Just move your block right there and dig a bunch of that sand out. Now that side there's got to go lower. Yeah. You try it. Wrong way, upside down. How much? Just a small?
Small boss.
Yeah. I see with my eyes right there. Let's see. Move your hand. Move your hand. Yeah, I think I can just trim this here only. Just stay around there. We'll trim it real fast, and it's gonna look nice. Yeah, we'll coat it after we stand it up. Slide it over that way some so it's on the block. It's good enough. I like it. Rock the. Yeah, there you go, like that. Yeah, let's put it like that. Yeah. Yeah, put 4 of them. Perfecto. It grew roots fast, huh? So we're gonna add, they got some temporary blocks right there. We're gonna add another concrete pad, and we've got one 4x4 or 5x5 right down there that we're gonna put underneath center, and it can support the middle of this stringer and this stringer both. You put, you don't have to hammer it in. You put this first board on, get it right. Yeah, and then use this nail as a spacer. Yeah. And that way you got a uniform space between all of them. Each time just keep moving your nail over, put a board, pull it back out. You might just give it a couple taps with a hammer, you know. And that way you get a uniform spacing. And that, then when you got a spacing, it can dry between. If you put it close and it gets wet, it'll start rotting in between dirt and stuff, and from the coconuts will get in there. So you want a spacing, and that way dirt can fall out and it can dry. Yep. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna give Joel a gift. Gotcha. Which smells better, the selenium, huh? This. Man, we are a bunch of boys here. We always are shotgunning each other. Hey, it's just the way it is when you're around a bunch of construction guys. Crazy, rude, and crude. Had a gentleman comment. He's being smart ass, and he said, "Oh, that's just what it's some." I'm not saying this verbatim, okay? So I'll just ad-lib it. He says something about, "Oh, that's just what, you know, the guy needs with the 4-story house by the beach is a little wood cabin out by the beach to go stay in." And I guess some of you just don't get it. I don't know. I mean, if you're new to the vlog, I'll excuse that of not understanding. This is a little business here. This is a little mini boutique resort that I've set my wife up on. So, for instance, the bottom floor of this house, you that don't understand here, the bottom floor of our house is an Airbnb, kind of like a micro hotel, you know, like you would homestays or whatever. It's not really home. So here's our smallest guest room right here. These are guest rooms. This is a business. This is just like a hotel. It's our smallest room. This queen size bed. It's got a smart TV, Wi-Fi, little kitchenette, brew pot. She keeps some teas and coffees and stuff here, waters. You see everything. You got a sink here, air con, got CR, shower, all your things. It's what this place is. It's a small little business, you know. So this is the smallest room right here, and it's a nice room. Got everything, got your little security latch on your door so nobody can intrude up. Better turn that light off. Air con. Then we have this room that you often see in video. This room here, outside here, it's got a little native table, couple chairs. That little dividing wall kind of divides where your boundary is versus the next guest. You have a little trash can outside right here. This is facing out towards the beach. Window facing the beach here. Let's come inside. In here, this room, you've got a table, 2 chairs, you got a smart TV, split air con. You got a nice little couch here with our, it's called a sofa chair with pillows. You've got a king size bed with a good quality mattress and memory foam topper on it. That's quality sheets on it, quality pillows. You got many extra pillows plus your towels, all your things like that decorated up. A little refrigerator. We just plug it in when we know a guest is coming. A little kitchenette again, not really meant for cooking in here, but you know, if you brought some food or whatever, you got little things you want to wash off. We'll probably keep some plates in here. I need to remind Melinda we need to do that. But once again, your coffee cups, your water, teas, things like that. In here, you've got your CR, bowl top sink, nice faucet, lit up mirror. Got your shower, your toilet, everything here. Hot and cold water. So, got your armoire there. Everything, little side table. Everything for you to enjoy. You can half open the blinds, or you can get a little light and see out and still have some privacy, or you can fully open them. You have changing color lights, so you can change for your mood. Let me show you here. So you got different light settings. Got a warm white, a daylight, and then a soft white. Fire extinguisher over there. We do have to hang that. They failed to give Melinda the bracket, so I've got to get that hung. Then we'll come over here. It's the third room. We need to go grab the chairs and put here at this one. Another little table. This defines the boundary for this area. Somebody's got the door closed backwards. That's funny. That one goes this side. So Melinda's in here doing this bed up right now. There is a mattress protector, so she's getting that one on. It's the same thing, exact same bed, memory foam, good quality mattress, additional pillows. She don't have the bed made up right now because she's putting a mattress protector on. Sofa chair, exact same armoire, smart TV. This room here also has the little table, the little kitchenette. I'm doing a little work in here still right now, and it has this air con, and we're trying to locate a mirror for it right now that we light up. I got the power off in here at the moment because that's what I was working on. And so, different little bowl sink, but exact same, it's mirror image of the other CR. Toilet, rainfall shower with also the little hand wand, everything there. So all we like in here is getting the mirror. And we just got to do a little prep work on this room right now, and it'll be ready. And we got to get a sheer and a privacy curtain across this window also. So that's the things that we're working on finishing up here right now. Mel and I've been wanting to go into the city and get the curtain rod and find nice curtains now and blackout curtain, but it's just so busy right now. The festival stuff's going on and all the prep even prior to the festival. So we're just waiting for that to end, and then we'll do a little fun run around shopping and buying artwork and decorations and all for this room. So that room out there at the beach is an additional room to our place that a guest might want to stay in, a native style room, and the pricing accordingly, you know, a little different than these rooms. Some people like the feel of the wood and the bamboo, and they really feel more like they're at a beach in the Philippines, versus these are kind of like being up in a hotel, you know. But some people really want this comfort, so we're trying to have a little comfort level for everyone. And then the big Bakubo out the beach, you know, some of you go, oh, that's so wonderful, so all the community can come enjoy it, and the family and all. Man, the family live on this beach. Everybody down through here has their own Bakubo. That, and not that big and that extensive. I don't know, there's some people that they get like this romantic dream in their head, you know, of what the place is. But listen, that's not a community center function hall. When we had even the little small Bakubo out there before, the locals with their children would just wreck it, man, and they would just leave trash, and the kids would be up there swinging and climbing on it and just breaking off the bamboo. And if you'd say anything to them, to the parents, they get tempo, you know. And but we have to set boundaries, and they'll destroy your stuff, man. They will destroy your stuff. It's not a public park, or it's not a public place. I'm talking about up here in our yard. And our Bakubo is not for the public just to hang out. So let's remove the romantics from it. It is for rent, just like a lot of resorts. We have money out in it, and it's for rent. And it rents for a group. If a group wants to come and hang out from 8 in the morning till 8 at night, Melinda will rent it to you. And it's permitted also. And so that means that there's tax revenue that's generated for the government and for the barangay municipality here and all. And that is also a rental there. And we have groups to come. We don't show you on video the people when they're here, because that's their privacy, man. They don't come here to be stuck on my vlog. So you can assure, if you come here, I won't put you on camera unless you want to be on camera. I will give you your privacy without a doubt. So I just want to make that clear also. The boat's getting a little cabin built on top of it. We are going to build it in to look like a little cabin cruiser boat. We're going to leave the console inside. We've already bought some awning top windows, or hatch style windows, that we're going to put in it, and it's going to make like a windshield for it. And we're going to cut some 3/4 inch marine plywood I have here, and we're going to make some roof bows, and we're going to give it a nice, like, looking like a completed real boat top and stuff on it there. It's got a solid floor in it now. It's got solid walls in there on it now, solid base, and it's going to have a little deck off the back of it. And that deck is going to look like a pier, like if you're at the water and you're at the dock, you know, or a pier, and you're stepping off the pier into the back of the boat, which is going to be your room. Up in the bow of the boat, just like in my Sea Ray right here, it's going to have a bed up in the bow of it up there. And then you're going to have seating and stuff in there, just like if it was a cabin cruiser boat, like with a full cabin. So that's what we're doing with that, and it's cool. It's going to have the appearance of a cabin cruiser boat, but we just created it, is all we did. So so that's the story on that. And once again, it'll be a rental, and people, the Filipinos, probably even foreigners, enjoy novelty things like that, to come here and stay at the beach in a boat. For instance, over here in Negros, there is a resort up in the mountains, Campechuan Highland Resort, over in Negros, above Bacolod and all there, and Talisay. Man, they've got mushrooms you can stay inside. They've got like the old lady that lived in a shoe. They got the big shoe that you can rent, and that's a room inside. They've got Indian teepees, which was just built out of concrete, and then they design it and they paint it accordingly, and they make it look like it's a teepee. And those rooms are popular, man. They rent them out. And then they've got like the little huts, say like a troll or a gnome, a gnome or something would stay in. I say a gnome, nomicon, we're here. You know what I mean, like the little huts, like a hobbit hut. That's what I'm trying to say. I got like the little hobbit huts. You got all that. Those are fun. And then check this out. They have King Kong there. Big, huge, massive King Kong. If y'all have never seen that, man, Highland Resort, you know, Campeche Highland Resort. Man, they got dinosaurs there that are, some of them animatronics too, you know, where they move and make sound and all that. And they got some taller than these coconut trees here, man, massive. And they got a big old King Kong, and it's got the scene like he crashed down the helicopter, and you can get in the helicopter and play. And in King Kong's butt is a hotel room. You can stay in King Kong's ass. And my friend Mike, it rents our house back in Texas, that's right now engaged with Lorianne, one of Melinda's friends. That's the room he rented. I guess he wanted to live in a monkey's ass. I don't know. For me personally, I don't want to live in a monkey's ass. I'm not thinking about entering butt at any time. Each to your own, you know. I don't know, Mike. So you're interested in the monkey butt. Okay then. So nevertheless, so I just want you to understand it's a business here, and there's novelty things we're going to do that's not so boring like some of the stuff in the US can just be mega boring. When I was a kid, there were so many fun places, man. Everything got so happy and crazy, and so many rules, and it's got to meet this certain prestigious and all of that. Man, you could go to all these fun little mom and pop amusement parks that built all these cool crafty things and cool mini putt-putt and cool little rooms and stuff like that. We used to have that in the US. And maybe there's a little bit of it still there right now, but most of it got taken over by big corporations that charge big money, and a lot of it just become like everything's so freaking so happy there. And yeah, so anyway, I'm in the Philippines and we're gonna have fun because it's more fun in the Philippines, and that is true. So you're gonna do that one underneath, the middle underneath there too? Yeah. Good call. So I just jumped in here on this porch thing. Joy was doing a good job, but he was being a little bit more precise than I needed him to be. He was gonna plane over one of these in straight and do them one at a time, but you don't know what your spacing is when you get to the other end. So I stopped him. Tell him, let's lay every plank out. Let's mix the colors. Those will darken up out here in the sun now. They haven't been exposed to sunlight yet. And you'll find your spacing, because you might get down to the end and just need a 1-inch piece of wood, and you don't want that. So you can adjust this gap according to eat that up across right there. So lay them all out, look at them. We just adjust it by eye. It's just rustic anyway. And then shoot one screw down through there, and then shoot one in the other end, and then come back through and work it. And that way it's all spaced across, and you don't end up with some funky half piece or quarter piece or less piece of wood at the end. So see, it's got a nice spacing all the way through now. All the way through. It's got a 2-inch overhang right here. Got a 1-inch here because you don't want to go too much on your end, because it will end up getting broke with body weights and stuff stepping. And but it still gives it a little bit of a kick right there, a toe in it. So There it is, voila, there's a deck. There is the deck. Wow, that piece is pretty cool. Decide how I'm gonna carve that